Hi there, Becky here from 168 Fitness. So over the past few weeks, I've been giving you some top tips on how to feel fitter, healthier and more energised over the summer months. So this week I want to talk about food and what you can do to help you to feel better. I'm sure it's not rocket science. I'm sure you're probably aware that obviously, and you're probably even feeling like you're actually wanting sort of lighter foods, more summery foods, especially colder foods perhaps. I know I very much have sort of seasonal eating. So in the summer I want salads, I want lighter meals, I want maybe a bit cooler foods, so not like stodgy. I don't want lasagnas, I don't want necessarily roast dinners, I don't want hot stodgy food, which is really good for in the winter when you feel cold and you just want to warm yourself up from the inside out. But in the summer, lighter meals, which generally are sort of lower calories, usually sort of salads are, as long as you're not putting too much on and too much dressing and things like that. If you're sticking to sort of salad items, they're going to be generally a bit lower in calories than maybe other foods. But yeah, it's trying to be a bit more in tune with the weather. That's what I'm talking about. So with the seasons. So more salad, filling your plate with loads of salad would be good. Lettuce, cucumber, tomato, range of different colours. It doesn't have to be boring. It doesn't just have to be those sort of basic salad items. You can add in some beetroot, that's really good. Add in some, I don't know, avocado, obviously a bit more calorific with that, but really good for you. Great, some carrot onto it, some peppers, sweet corn, whatever you want to do. Make it really colourful, make it really fun as well. But that will really fill you up so that you actually won't be eating as much perhaps if you're filling up on your salad and your goodness there, and then add in some sort of lean protein like your salmon, some nice fish or something. If you've got barbecue, you could cook it on there, or you can steak, chicken, whatever, something lean like that, and then maybe just a bit of rice. Yes, just keep it nice and light and seasonal. That's what I would suggest, or some new potatoes or something like that. And then the other top tip that I would say, so sort of trying to avoid your sort of stodgy foods that are going to make you feel bloated. And if you want to take that sort of one step further, something that I'm doing myself right now, just started really, is going back to sort of trying to eat a little bit of a lower carb, or for me it's sort of more maybe less gluten, not more gluten, but less gluten and less sort of carbs. And I guess that's the sort of the stodginess there. But that's just more for me to stop the bloating. So I've previously been sort of gluten free. I know that my body does better without gluten, as do a lot of people, but you just don't know about it. But if you find that you get a bit bloated, or maybe you just don't feel as lean as you once were, or you just want to, it's not necessarily about losing weight, but it's just about feeling better. So for me, it's around my middle, feeling bloated and a little bit, I don't want to say, it's not fat, but just feeling, bloated, I would say. It's just clothes fitting a bit tighter perhaps, but it's not weight. It's not about, I wouldn't say cut carbs out to lose weight, because you probably will lose weight if you're cutting some energy out, but the chances are you'll probably end up going backwards and eating loads of carbs one day and putting all that weight back on. So it's not about the weight, it's just about feeling better about yourself, feeling less bloated, and also doing your body a favour as well. If you're eating foods that your body doesn't particularly like, or it doesn't agree with your body, then it would be better to try and avoid those as much as you can. So I've got a holiday in a few weeks time, so actually next week. So not that long away. It's crept up on us. So if you've got a holiday or some time when you just want to feel, you know you're going to want to feel better, or just for any occasion, any time, just the sooner you can start the better as well. Then just try and cut out some of those carbohydrates, and especially probably the gluten. So things like your bread, pasta, things like that. Try and reduce that, and just have things like maybe some sweet potatoes, or some quinoa or rice and things like that. They're all naturally gluten-free, or obviously you could swap it for gluten-free alternatives instead. But they would be my top tips for in terms of food for feeling better this summer. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask me, and I'll be back next. Oh no, I'm on holiday next week, so I will see you in a couple of weeks.